Alright, I'm gonna let you guys watch the sky for a little bit. Look at those clouds, huh? I didn't have my cocoa already made, so I'm doing the water right now. Don't let me sit here for too long. That'd be cool if you guys had like interaction in real time. I guess live streaming does that, but I don't know if I can do that. Hey, how you doing, buddy? Come here. Come here, John. Come here. 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 Come here. Come here. That's right. You gotta get your butt in there, don't you? Okay. Okay, come on. Move it out of the sky. What's up, boy? Give me hugs. Thank you, buddy. Yeah, that's a good boy. Uh-oh, there was a flower there. It fell down. Aww. Huh. Short-lived. It's alright. More coming up. Huh, Jasper? Yeah, I love Chrissy Hine playing right now. All them them girls from today, Terry Nunn, Berlin, and Lita Ford and Joan Jett. Oh, back is okay. Getting there. Yeah, it'll get there. Yeah, so I'm loading up the video of Scott. It helped me. Actually, Scott did all the work rolling that thing up on the pile. I helped a little, but was his back behind that one. Thank you, Scott, man. Oh, those clouds are just awesome, aren't they? You don't usually stare at the clouds, but they're just such beautiful formations. No chemtrails. Those are natural, cirrus clouds. If they're not cirrus, they're serious. Seriously beautiful. So, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it today, but that kennel space where Amy died has to be dealt with eventually. And I need to still investigate if she got into poison or anything. Poor girl. Yeah. So I did a pal hunter last night that I talk about family. Everybody's family's not the same, and all family dynamics are not the same, and family isn't everything to everybody. You know, all these colloquialisms people like to throw around. Family's everything. Well, for some people it is, for some people it isn't. Some of the best families are the families you make up yourself. Well, you know, family to you is what family is to you. It's not what it is to other people. You know. And when my mom died, my family died. My family started. I mean, that was her family. My family doesn't always include parts of her family. You know, my mom loved all her kids. They were her kids. That doesn't mean I have to love them. It's kind of nonsense. And you can see that in the puppies here. Brothers and sisters sinking their teeth into each other. Are you kidding me? Hey, get out of there. Onyx, I got a feeling that's you getting into something. No? You just acting crazy? I kind of think Onyx might be going a little senile. I hope she doesn't get distemper. I've never had a dog get distemper. I had a girlfriend who had one dog that had it, and he was a nut job. You get crazy and they can bite you. Because they get a little confused. Well, the Sky, I did have you out here a little early. It's only 6:30. At 6 o'clock, 6:10, 6:15, there's one 5 or 10 minute point of the morning that we get the colors up in the sky. Because the sun's coming up from the direction that you're looking. Actually, a little bit more that direction over there is east. Get that big wiggly stick in the middle of the thing. Yeah, that was one of the trees from down the street. They were bulldozing lots for some of these new houses, and I was constantly dragging trees up the street to my house to use for, you can see, these posts and things, which all need to be sanded and sealed again. So if anybody wants to come and work for a stay, free rent, you can come. Let's go over to the pond now. Okay. Actually, I'll start and stop it. Just to make it easier to load up. When that tablet or laptop shows up, any other device that I can hook up or do Wi-Fi or airplane and have it loading separately all day, so I can do other stuff on my computer, that will be cool. And actually, if it's a, it should be, if it's a laptop or a tablet that is empty, it should work a lot faster than my computer that's playing music and fully loaded with so much stuff. The hard drive on it's, you know, I got to start moving files. Oh, all this other stuff. And when you start doing stuff like that, you know, on your computer, whatever you're downloading or uploading slows everything down so much. Like Cindy was here yesterday when I was uploading. I was trying to show her the video of Scott and Amanda over here to show her how this all started. And it was all really fuzzy. I thought it was the resolution, but no, it was the play speed, because the computer's just so, whoa, you know, doing other stuff. What are those orchid roots down below? I have another orchid coming up from the base of that one out of the pond. Wow. These orchids just love this water. Fish emulsion water. The best. It's the best. And I scoop that watering can in there to water other plants. So what are we doing? Well, I got to mix some cement and deal with that tire. It looks like it's not sitting right up there. Do that first before it starts stinking. But for some reason, I guess I'm getting used to the death smell too. All the different animals that die, like chickens or dog, not too often, thank God. Actually, it's been 2 years since the last one died. And as hard as it is, it's easier when you have a pack of dogs because you have lots of other ones to help you. When you have just one dog, that's really rough. Because then you're naked, you know. You got one presence there that you exchange emotion with every day, and then gone. That's like the death of a human. A human that you live with. People that you don't live with and you don't associate with and you rarely ever see or talk to, and they die, you go, gee, that's too bad. But it doesn't affect you emotionally because you're not emotionally attached. I'm not emotionally attached to my brothers and sisters. In fact, estranged is like too. It's more like divorced. When my parents got divorced, those younger two boys that went to the other side of the bay, I just, you know, nothing. You know, now that might be sad. It could be sad to some people. I don't know. It's just the way it is to me. You know, it's not sad or mad or happy. It's just, you know. Well, I see two more buds coming up, and this literally this morning didn't even. Well, battery ran dead. So anyway, I was saying about those little bulbs there. That really didn't last, but you can see right there those little bullets in the middle coming up. There'll be a new one, and tomorrow or the next day. I'll put this right. Let's see. Go down there for the fishies. Fishies. Are you hungry, fishies? Let me get you some cat food. Let me get you some food. I haven't fed you in a while. There's one. Yep, watch out. Oh, that little fishy got two. Oh, don't fight over it. There's more. Well, you guys sure do smack your lips a lot. Oh, yeah. Well, here comes the sun. That's good. It's going to be a sunny day. Supposed to have thunderstorms at 4 o'clock this afternoon, so I got to remember to keep an eye on that to feed the animals before they hit. Ah! Yeah. Yeah, don't worry about me, guys. I'm good. You know, it's a jolt when it first happens, but it's part of, well, you saw the stack of tires. Oh, if you didn't see the stack of, yeah, you did. And, you know, the pyramid, the columns. Those two columns over there has 2 dogs and a cat buried by them. I need to put somebody out there with Onyx next because he's lonely. Maybe Onyx girl, when she goes, I'll bury her next to her namesake. I better start digging a hole. But I think maybe for her I'll do a slab in front of the pyramid on this side with a hole with a tube, you know, what do you call it? Like Scott's finding over there, the tree holes. I'll make a tree hole in the cement, so it'd be a place that, you know, my ashes could be added to their tombs. Yeah. I'm going to have to start a foundation to keep this place like this in perpetuity as a preserve. Isn't that right, fishies? Oh, look who's coming. Hello, sir. Good morning. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. How are you? That's a good boy. I need to cut your nails. I think I did onyxes already, and I think you and Jasper. Okay, come on. Back up. You and Jasper are clicking on the tiles. I hear you clicking. So, yeah, I did a video, it's loading up now, that explains the intaglio process for those that don't know. Those etchings are not drawings, they're prints off a plate that's submerged in acid to make the patterns in a wax resist or masking type. You know, you can use paint to mask off areas that won't be affected by the acid bath. And the acid bath, the longer you leave it in there, the deeper it etches. It'll etch right through the plate. So you're supposed to watch it, time it, judge it, and make a decision based on your past experience why you want to take it out when you want to take it out. I might even, next time in town, I might swing by UH. Well, I don't know about the next time, but one of the next few times I go to town, I'll do a YouTube of the inside of the classroom. That would be awesome. That would be very knowledgeable for a lot of people. If, what was his name? Takanatsu, or, not Takanatsu, Japanese guy, I forget his name, my professor, but heck, it's been 20 years, and I only had the one class with him, or two, I'm not sure, might have taken 2 classes from him. But I can master a skill pretty quickly. You just got to show me the mechanicals of it, and the rest of it is, innate. As someone called it, a gift or talent. All you have to do is understand the process to get there, and then usually your mind goes, well, if you can do that, can you do this? Can you take it this way? And, there's all kinds of things that go through your head once you understand what the process is to get the certain effects and achieve certain modalities to get desired effects. And sometimes you don't even know what those are because they're happening as they start. I got so many sprouts of chandelier plant growing out of the pond because of the seeds that probably dropped from above, that I need to take those and plant those all over the property. All I got to do is just, I can plant them all around the front lawn, on the front of the house, up the driveway. That's what I need. And it looks like my other root is going crazy over my saffron. Looks like it's going crazy over there. I need to do some transplanting. I need somebody that wants to come and do some gardening for a stay. A couple people have I forgot my cane in the rain. A couple of people have contacted me with interest about staying in the future. Oh, someone left the cane out in the rain and the leather got wet, but I think it'll be okay. I'm sure the sun will dry it out. Oh, That's a piece of ohia that I have as a crooked stick, you know, crooked stick cane. Kind of looks like a snake. Oh, and I was shared with a snake cane, and I shared back a guy named Mike Stinnett, S-T-I-N-N-E-T-T. Spells it different than my other Stinnett people. Anyway, he makes snake canes, which are awesome. This looks like chicken poop here on the floor. The chicken, did you? That's why I don't like chickens on the deck. Because chickens crap wherever they feel like it. They really aren't trained. Oh, you gotta look at that cloud up there. I don't know if you can see that. Now see, you can see long things in the clouds like that because no jets, no jets flew over, and those long skinny lines aren't chemtrails. And I remember seeing chemtrails on the mainland. I do. In Colorado, I remember the crisscrosses over the Denver, Lakewood, Littleton area. I remember them. In California. But that really started increasing after I left the mainland. You know, I saw the writing on the wall a long time ago. Decades ago. Man, you know, all the way from Huntington Beach in '71, police state. You know, California was a police state. It wasn't hard for me to recognize the system, having been, you know, in a Catholic school, authoritarian system, where you just get run over like a machine because you're just one of the little nothings. You know, it does not matter. You're just a source of income to the legal system. You know, unless you're a lawyer, a cop, a judge, a law clerk. You know, if you work in the courthouse, ask how many people in there have had, you know, tickets. And then ask them how many of them had the tickets taken care of. I've had tickets taken care of by judges in Miss Jackson, Mississippi. You know, I didn't even have to go to court. Why? Because the girl I was living with worked for 2 ex-judges who are putting their kids through college because judges don't pay very well. So they're back in private practice, and she and I were coming back from the Reservoir Bar, and between Hinds County and Madison County, Mississippi, the county road loops up into Madison County and then back down into Hinds County. Well, on the Madison County side, since it's just a little horseshoe of a blip in the road across the county line, they don't maintain it. They don't have, you know, fill of potholes. It's the original road probably before they drew the county line. Okay? It's just like a horseshoe part in the road that happens to be on the other side of the county, or in the next county. And that's where the cops sit, because they know that road comes back from the reservoir and people are drinking out there. So it's easy pickings. But also, the potholes in the road make you swerve to miss the potholes, so you cross the double yellow line. Well, if no one's coming in the opposite direction, it's perfectly safe to cross the line so you don't go, you know, and blow out a tire. Because those potholes were like 8 inches deep in the in the concrete asphalt, and that'll cut a tire if it, you know, hits the rim. So I get pulled over, and they take me in to the trailer substation, you know, just a single wide trailer, and do the breathalyzer, and I guess I'm a point, or, you know, percent over the thing, whatever, and so they're going to get me for DUI, I guess, and I wasn't, because I think I only had 2 drinks the whole night, so there's no possible way I could have been. But oh, what does happen though is if you only had 2 drinks all night, and like in my case, Grand Marnier, you belt the last teaspoon of Grand Marnier in the bottom of the glass as you leave, well, that's on your breath, and they do it from your breath, so you'll blow. Another thing that triggered it, I thought I was sick in San Francisco, is that I blew, and I have to tell you, I beat the case, because I told the judge that I sprayed my breath with Banaka breath freshener, just because I didn't want to, you know, talk with alcohol on my breath. Because you can have a drink, and if you're drinking Grand Marnier, it's sweet alcohol smell, and you can smell it on the breath. If you only have 1 drink, well, they're going to make you take a sobriety test because you've had 1, because you smell like alcohol. And I'm not a heavy drinker, so, hi baby girl, did you come out to get your bomb too? So the Banaka air freshener has alcohol in it. And I actually had a lawyer argue that case, and they had a lab check it, and yeah, guess what? And the cop said on the stand, yes, I did see him with the breath in his breath spray thing in his hand. So he corroborated the fact that I had, and the lawyer had a lab saying that it could, boom, reasonable doubt. Okay, go ahead, girl. That's your double bomb. So everybody, all 3 of you have been in the bomb now. So anyway, but don't drink and drive. That's one of my biggest fears, is having some idiot cross the line and hit me head on. And that's, you know, one of the biggest ways I was watching in my 50s that 50-year-olds died was by 20-year-olds crossing the line trying to pass. You know, kids in their rice burners, little speed demons. And we have, you know, our highway is a 2-lane road around this island. There's very few places that it's more than 1 lane. I mean, 1 lane in each direction. And a double yellow line. So a lot of people are illegally passing if they don't know those places that are safe to pass. I know all the places on the island that it's safe to pass. Where it's long enough, you got good enough view, it's a straightaway. As soon as we come around this corner, I know it's there, and if no one's coming, I make my move. Because, you know, driving is like chess. It's all about the moves. And it's not about the fastest moves. In my Mercedes 240D, 4-cylinder, 4-speed, slow as a goat from the gate, but once it's up to speed, it's like a freight train. That diesel engine, you know, you can go to 70, 80 pretty quick, but going from 0 to 10 is, you know, or 0 to 60 takes you a little bit, you know, probably 20 seconds. But once you get up to speed, a Mercedes-Benz is a Mercedes-Benz, let's put it that way. And you go through the gulch gulches, the road that goes through the deep bends and turns, like a train on rails. Those things held a road in a turn like, man, I'm telling you. I did a 360 in that car once. Out in Naalehu. Came around the corner, it was wet, and it was a slow 10-mile-an-hour turn. So I slowed down, I was going slow. But you know what? On a wet road downhill, it's still. My rear end came around my left side. It wasn't going to be straightened out by correcting the steering, so you just go with the flow and the direction of the skid, and you do a complete 360 and pull up. The old man behind the rock wall just scratched his head and watched me drive on. Yeah, actually, I used to take, was it hydrocodone for my back? But you can. The bad thing about that is that you can take hydrocodone and not feel it, and go ahead and start doing things and make it worse. If it masks the pain, then you do things you shouldn't do. You have the pain for a reason. That's your body telling you to chillax and not to do what you did. And, you know, to teach you not to do that. I'm going to have to trim this variegated plant right here, this really pretty one. I'm going to top the top of that off and start another plant. I'm going to propagate it. That's what I love about here, is you can cut anything, stick it in root tone, and then stick it in some dirt, and you got more of the same thing. For the orchids, you just stick it in the pond, and you got more of the same thing. I love it. I love it. I love growing. I love growing things. Hi, baby. Are you back for a second bomb? Yeah? It's going to be a gorgeous day. It's going to be a gorgeous, gorgeous day. Let me get you some more sky before we... Look at those cotton candy clouds, huh? That was cool. Yeah. That's some blue sky. Where's my cane? I'll walk over here. We're on the tripod, but I'm just going to carry it. 1, 2, 3. Oh! Okay. Oh. Yeah, it's the getting up and getting down. Once you're up, you can walk, straightening out. Look at these clouds. Isn't that cool? Is that cool? Cotton candy clouds. No chemtrails here. Just natural, beautiful clouds. Alright, we're going to do it 360 in the sky. Watching the sky, watching the sky. Watching the sky, watching the sky. Oh, is that gorgeous? Is that gorgeous? Okay, I gotta stop this to take a still. Actually, I had to take a few stills. Like 4. There's a yellow ginger over there going off. Remember, Scott walked up to that one piece. I should have told him, hey Scott, well, next time. That's the yellow ginger over there. And we got the white ginger over here. with the pumpkins. And we got some white ginger here. See, some of these, this plant right here is not even blooming right now. That's the one with the orange fingers. I should throw some bloom. Actually, I'm going to cut the whole tops of it off so I can transplant those. All those fingers on top, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 fingers, 8 fingers. I can chop all those off, which will stimulate growth in the mother itself. And I can, oh, that's why I hate canes. Ah, damn it, because they slip. And when they do, they, you know, you can either hit the ground, or but any way it jolts you. Ah, it's all right. It's okay. Yeah, used to it. Look at that. Little pain never hurt anybody. Buck it up. Oh. Smoke another one. Alright, let me see if I can get these guys all bundled together here for the major wake and bake blast before I go back in. Let's see if I can get this going. So yeah, last night I went out in the studio and did a short video of the actual plate that did the big print and tried to explain it more to people, because somebody mentioned they were interested in one of my sketches of the guy leaning against a tree, but it's not a sketch. It's an etch. You don't use lead. You use an awl or a needle point scratching implement. You can use anything, because all you're doing is removing paint so acid could leak through. You could use ferns. You could use, like I did the ferns and feathers. You could take ferns and feathers and lace and lay it on the press and get those imprintations on the print. But I think, I don't know if I tried that, because I don't think we could use organic matter on the press. I'll have to go back and ask that question, if he's still there. Well, I kind of bet he retired. And again, could be like my dad, you work until you die if you love what you're doing. And my dad liked his job. He was an electrician, a sheet metal mechanic, and a motor control wireman. And he was with that company, you know, 40 years. And he liked the boss. He was like number 3 man in the company. And I'm sure when the big man passed away, he was number 2. He was big kahuna at the end. But not an office guy, you know. Well, yeah, he was an office guy, but I don't think he had his own office. He was in an office with other people at their desks, you know. work, drawing tables, stuff like that. I think I went up there and visited him once at his job, one of my trips passing through in my 30s. It'd be cool to take a trip back there and visit all the places from 40 years ago, 50 years ago. Maybe 2020, the hotel wants me to go back for a 40th anniversary of the bar that I built. I don't know. TSA better be getting their shit together by then. Well, they come out with a new x-ray machine that's supposed to make it faster. It's like a MRI machine, you know, or a CAT scan machine, so your luggage will be processed faster. But I'm not going unless they pay for a first class ticket. There's no way I would even fly unless it wasn't first class, because in first class they don't treat you like cattle. You know, they have a room. You don't got to stand in line. You can go sit down and have coffee. They'll come and get you at the last minute or the first minute. You know, it's like night and day. Yeah, the price is like night and day. But I think I did mention about the upgrade, right? You catch it at the gate and go, is your first class sold out? No. Can I upgrade for $100? Yep. Booyah! And that certainly helps on the flight to Hawaii on a 4 hours on a jet to be in a seat that's decent and not a straight jacket, you know, church pew. Those coach seats are like the electric chair. You're like, squished, you know, squished. God forbid if you're not, you know, if you're overweight at all. They don't even give you, what, 18 inches of seat? They don't even give you 2 feet. My God. And I know there's people that got a butt wider than 2 feet on the mainland. You don't see that so much over here. I got news for you. There aren't as many obese people, at least not in public, you know. Yeah, y'all have seen the Walmart, you know, Walmart pictures of the giant people in spandex. Hi. What are you doing back there? What are you chewing on? You bad dog. Zircon, you know better than that. You trash dog. What the hell is that yellow piece of paper that you're messing? Get, don't try and suck up to me. What is that you're chewing on? Oh, no, bad dog. The whip. This is the old whip from San Francisco. Oh, it's leather. That's why you were chewing on it. Oh, you know what they did? They braided leather over... God, I bet you that's hemp fiber underneath. Or horsehair. I wonder what that is. I think this is a Mexican whip, bull whip. Little one. Wire! Giddy up. Giddy up. Okay. Okay. Alright, well, this is going to be long enough for the wake and bake, so we'll see you guys later if I'm going to do any work. Otherwise, It won't be till Palhana if I'm laying around all day. At least the pond's nice and full. We had some rain last night, so that's good. Pond is nice and fishies are happy. Alright, see you guys later. Buy some prints. Buy some prints.